Oh, well, hello there. We are live.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How the devil are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Dom. How are you?
Yeah, excited. Ask me why I'm excited.
Well, I would like to know why you are excited.
I'm excited because it's nearly Barnes night.
Oh, why are you saying it like that?
Because it's a really important date for our Scottish friends. That's why. Barnes.
Okay. Well, I am totally ignorant about Burns Night, so I'm looking forward to
Wow.
learning about it today.
Sit back and listen. This is going to be a learning experience for us all.
Because as you may know, we've got our own special thing going on down here in Wales on today. So, because the 25th of January is Burns Night up in Scotland, but it is St. Dwynwen's Day down here in Wales. So,
That's true.
yes,
It's a
indeed.
double celebration. Gosh,
It is.
you're going to have a merry old time. That sounds fantastic. Right, let's crack on. The scrolly down at the bottom, bit.ly/express Barnes. That's where you can get all the lovely things. You actually do kind of need it today. So go down there and do get that. It's also been emailed to your teachers, the long link if you can't access short links. But let's do a quick run through of a couple of rules. Rule number 1, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, pause it if you want, guys. If we're going too fast, then just pause it, play, and then carry on when it suits you. But we are going to be doing it on the browser. Dom's on the browser, and I'm on the iPad. So you're going to have a bit of extra time as we do everything twice anyway.
Yeah, Express Ping Pong, as it's known. And then number 2 is, after this session, your teachers will be emailed and say, oh, well done for today. You can get a certificate. Ooh, that'll be nice. And you can put your name on it, or you can just give out a generic certificate, however you want. That's great, but it will be in the folder because, of course, I will have done it ahead of time, and of course I will.
And just a reminder, we've also got a film fest going on. So teachers, if you'd like your class, so this film fest is kind of designed for kind of small groups of students to take part. So if you'd like some more information on that, just go along to bit.ly/filmfest25, and there's all the information and tutorials and help and guides that you need there to get started. So, right, what are we doing today, Dominic?
Well, as luck would have it, I have a lovely challenge page here, Burns Night 2025. The challenge page link is on here as well. You can also see the QR code, which is for our iPad friends. If you want to scan that, you can get straight through to the page. But let's have a look at what we're doing today. Challenge number 1, a Burns Night event invitation. Quite proud of this one, even if I do say so myself. Create an invitation to your very own Burns Night extravaganza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. There's 5 things to include. 1, a picture of Robert Burns. 2, traditional food. 3, date and time. Otherwise, how do they know? 4, address. Otherwise, they'll be looking for a place to go. And 5, a short blurb.
Nice. Oh, I see yours is in the Meldrum Academy in Aberdeenshire.
I know. Did you like that? That was good, wasn't it?
We've been there, see. We've been there, guys.
We've been there with our friend Julia, who is the Queen of Aberdeenshire. Remember to include things like a background. Look at my background there. You can see it's a lovely time.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you got Robert Burns' face into the shape of the Scottish coast. I like that.
Well, that will be. I think that might be a disappointment for you, but I'll show you anyway.
Okay. What do we got there? We got some haggis.
We got a bit of haggis. We're going to do some blend mode because otherwise Mr. Jones would get very upset. We're looking at text spacing alignment, and we're going to use design assets. And then number 2 is a Burns Night explainer video, and that one's a bit longer, so we're going to have to make sure that we're going to leave enough time for that. But anyway, let's crack on by going to Adobe Express. As always, we're going to create a graphic, but I don't like using this one. I don't like it because it's too tall and thin. So I'm going to go down over to the plus on the left-hand side, get started. And then what am I going to put in here? Poster, something like that. Or is this the one I don't want? No, this is the one I do want. Yes, poster. Let's go there. Perfect. Now I'm going to get rid of some of this nonsense here. I'm going to rename this Burns poster. And then, come on, tell me I've renamed it. Oh gosh, let me refresh this page. Sometimes it goes a little
Yeah,
bit
I
crazy.
think your internet glitched a little bit there, Tom, because your screen froze up for a few seconds.
Oh, right. Well, that's no good, is it? Let's see if it works now. Burns poster. Bosh. Do you know what? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll just keep going and I'll rename it at a different time. Right.
Yes.
First thing we're going to do is go to elements on the left-hand side, or element, and then go to background. Searching backgrounds for tartan.
Ooh, lovely.
And then there's all sorts here. Some of them don't feel very tartany to me. Tartany, that would be a thing. I mean, this blue one.
The gatekeeper of tartan, you Tom.
The self-proclaimed gatekeeper of tartan. I mean, come on, is that tartan?
No, that's pink gingham.
No.
That is. Yeah,
exactly. But I'm going to go for this one. I think this one's great, and that's good. I like it. And then also staying within elements. I'm going to scroll across to shapes. Now, there's no tartan shapes. What on earth? Well, there are two, but I'm not sure. They're just dots and dashes. But if I get rid of that, then I can go into my rectangles down here, you see, and I'm scrolling across using the two fingers on my trackpad. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go across to this one. I'm going to put it in there. Now, what on earth is that about? Well, can't really see it much, can you? But I can scale it up and things like that. No, you can't. You see, he's verifying what I've just said. And I've scaled it up a bit, but then I'm going to use the long handles. Mr. Jones is very good at explaining this whenever he does this. The long handles allow you to reshape rather than scale, which means just make it bigger or smaller. And then I'm going to cover it so it's kind of over the top. And this is going to be kind of my central thing. I'm just using my arrows to move it around.
Oh, I see. So your tartan is actually kind of turning into more of a border than a background, really, then.
Border. Yes, it is.
Border.
It is. It's changing as a border. He's absolutely right. He's not
cool.
Wrong.
I like
and then
that.
My fill color on the left. Give that a click. And I'm looking for, I mean, I could go to more colors down here. I suppose I'm looking for like a cream, really. That's great. That's perfect. And do you know what? I feel like, do you know what? I was going to say, how do I censor it? Well, it's easy to censor it because I'm going to grab it. And you see, look, the crosshairs of glory.
Yeah.
Right there. That means it's bang on center. And after that masterclass, let's go over to the iPad and see what's going on there.
Crosshairs of glory. Not to be confused with the toolbar of destiny and the anyway, right. I'm here on the home page. So I'm going to tap on the big blue dot in the top left-hand corner. I want to make a poster. So I'm just going to search in the search bar here in top right. P-O-S-T-E-R, poster. And there we go. Hatha yoga. We're going to go for that. So here we go. And I've got my blank poster here. And we're going to go to elements. And under elements, I'm going to scroll over to backgrounds. And I'm going to search in here for tartan. Lovely.
You've got a slightly different. I've got
a different set
to me.
Okay. You sure?
It must be kind of recognizing your Celtic roots.
That must be it. Yeah. Unlock the good tartan for him.
Not for that Sassenach.
Give the size the basic one. Right. Okay. Right. So there's my tartan. I like that. Now then, nice. So let's grab a shape. So I'm going to scroll over to shapes at the top here. And I don't want a tartan shape. No. Get rid of those. And rectangles here. So I'm just going to scroll around here. And I want the rounded rectangle. This guy. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to pop it up into the top left-hand corner like that. And then I'm going to use the side handle, the long side handle, to just bring it across. And then the long handle at the bottom to bring it down. Wonderful. All right, let's change the color of this. Let's just go for white. And then to center it, yes, as Dom said, We've got the pink guidelines of glory. Yeah. Or you've also got the align here up in your top. So you could just if it was
That's
out of line.
true.
So if it's way off like that, you can just pop it to the top and go align middle and center, please. There we go. It's done.
Do you know what? I've never ever done that.
And do you know what? I might just bring the opacity down a touch just to show a bit of that.
Oh, I knew you would.
Oh, that tartan looks lovely. Right.
Right.
Back to browser.
Back to browser. Well, yeah. So we made different choices there because what I did was I kind of brought my my rounded rectangle. I just brought it in a touch at the sides and the top, and then recentered it with the glide lines of glory, and just so that you could see the tartan. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? If you can't see it, what's the point? Right. Let's go to media. Because I'm looking for a photo. So media is in the left-hand side here, M for media, and then go to photos. I don't know why I say M for media, because it just says media. And then I'm going to go for Robert Burns. Who was Robert Burns?
He was a famous Scottish poet.
Yes, he was.
Oh,
and you see, you got one in it. It's already made.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew you were really looking forward to half an hour to make something detailed like this. I know you like those things.
Oh no, it's already done.
Good half hour on this to make that. No, I'm not into that. Now you can see I put it straight in there, but it's got this white background. Well, that's no good. Well, actually, if I just went to blend mode and went to multiply.
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't even have to remove background.
No.
That is how good I am at these tools. Right. Now you can see that there's a lot of space on the top, the bottom of the top. Not so much on the sides, but there is within the bounding box itself. So you can scale this up so that it kind of, has a little bit more prominence in there.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, what you can do also is bring that down. You can use those long handles to kind of scale it in a way, I suppose. There we go. The guidelines of glory. Again, that's right in the center. Now, if I take you back to this piece of quality over here, what you'll see is that, we've got lots of text and design assets and a bit of text in the middle and some haggis and mash and turnip and things like that.
Neeps and tatties.
Neeps and tatties. Yeah, I don't know what accent that was. And then you can see Robert in the background here. He's not quite as what?
Prominent.
Prominent, yeah. I did think about that one, and then I thought that's not the word, but now you said it, I think that was a good one. So I don't want him to sort of get in the way of the text, I suppose. I mean, he's important. I mean, the day is named after him, but he's not important enough to get, be in the way of our text. So one of the little tricks I like is to bring the opacity right down.
Ooh.
And then bring it. Do you know what? I mean, even like 20% would be fine. I don't know, 19 there. That'll do. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll leave it there, and I'll ping pong it over to you. I'll put you on the screen. There you go. And then see if you can get your chops around that.
Let's go. So I'm going to go to media. M for media on the left. There we go. Tap on the media button in the toolbar. And up at the top, I'm going to go to photos. And then I'm going to search for Robert Burns. Robert Burns. Search. Right, here we go. And here are my results. So let's bring in that wonderful image that I'd have had a lot of fun trying to make. But there we go, doesn't matter. Right, and now we're going to go to blend mode. We're going to go to multiply. So multiply, it basically makes the darker parts visible and makes all the lighter parts disappear. So you can see that kind of Robert Burns's face is actually a little bit transparent because we can see the tartan through it. Okay? So that's why you would use maybe a blend mode rather than remove background, because they don't do the same thing. We can see a bit of that tartan through there. So that's cool. And then I'm just going to drop the opacity down.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll use Dom's trick. I'll take it all the way to 0.
I learned it from a very wise man, actually.
And I was going to bring it up and stop when I'm happy. And do you know what? I'm happy at 19%, which happens to be exactly where Dom left it.
Oh. Yeah, I tell you what, that's professionalism right there.
And then I could use the pink guidelines of glory here again, okay? But I'm going to use the align tool of destiny up at the top here. There we go.
Nice.
I'm done.
Tidy. Right. Tidy. Let's get myself back on here. Right. So if we go back to this one, you can see I've got a title here for Burns Night, and then I've got one in the middle here. So let's box off a couple of those things. Let's do that right now. So T for text. Yes, got it right. Add your text. T plus for add your text. And then we're going to put Bronze Night, not Bronze Night. Burns Night. Bronze. 2025 maybe. Let's put that in there. Why not? Maybe we'll just make it a bit bigger so we can, because obviously I'm not going to leave it like this, because otherwise I'll be in terrible trouble. So what I'm going to do is put it in the middle there, make sure I aligned it. Maybe I'll change the fill color now. Go down to more colors, maybe looking for, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. He didn't like that, did he? And then for an outline, I'll go for black. Okay, this is starting to work. Come on, Jones, stay with me. And then here, do you know what? I can't remember for the life of me which one I used, but it was this first one. Look at it. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, nice. Well done, Adobe Express. Yeah, maybe I need to put my cursor. You can see I put my cursor right in there, and then I'm going to press delete once, and then press return. So I force it onto 2 lines, because it was getting a bit squashed there, I think, and not very readable. And then again, I can use the alignments of glory, and there looks about right. Zoom back out again. Burns Night 2025. Do you know what? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to press the 3 dots. Yes. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to bring that down. And then in the middle, I'll put Saturday, 25th January. So maybe I don't need to put 2025 because I've got it on the top, haven't I? So a few things that I need to do here. I need to kind of differentiate it from the top there. So what you can see over on the left-hand side, you have, this is your font, and these are the weights within your font. And I've got a black italic one. So black means it's strong. Italic means it's on a slant. But maybe I'm just going to make this regular. Yes. And then I can come back down. And then I'll scale it down a bit. Bring that box out until it's all on one line there. It's going to need to come down smaller again. Can use the numbers over here. Can use this decrease font size a little bit there until I feel like it's pretty good. That's nice. That's a nice size. Something like that. Align it in the middle. Look at that. Slap bang in the crosshairs there. Yes. And then, yes. And then what shall I do for my color? Yes. Well, what I could do is I could go down to shape. And then you see I've got text fill and shape fill. I'm probably going to change both of those. So for the shape fill, I'm going to click. And then I'm going to go to my dropper tool. Now, this is where you'll lose a bit of transmission here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this little dropper tool here, and then I'm going to select one of the red in this tartan here for start consistency. So let me click it. You've probably lost vision of it now, but I am selecting the red. Nice. Oh yeah, yes. You can see that. And then for the text fill, maybe I'll go with white. Oh, yeah. Nice. Now, let me just check here. What I might do is, you see there's a slider in the middle here. Shape, size. I wonder what that does. Let's investigate. Well, that's a bit big. 100's a bit big. But I would say I'm going to go down to 50. Ooh, 50. There we go. That's good. I like that. Shape opacity. We can bring that down as well. No, that's not as good. Maybe about 90, something like that, just so it's not so dominating. And there we go. Look at that. We've got Burns Night 2025 and Saturday the 25th of January. Everybody knows when it is. Jonesy, get us there. Title and date, please.
Super cool, super cool. Right, so over on the left-hand side, I'm going to tap on T for text. And then I'm going to add my text. So that's the big blue button in the top left, add your text. And here I'm going to type Burns Night 2025. Burns Night. And then let's just go down, hit return, enter, go down to the next line, 2025. Lovely. Right, now then. I'm going to think about my font pretty straight away. So Sans 3, not for me. Right, now then.
Never in this world.
No tar. So Sans 3, oh no. Right, so yeah, Dom went to the recommended and tapped on view all. It's always nice because it gives you a little preview of the font so that you can see it. You can preview it. You can choose which one you'd like. And I tell you what, I think that looks Burnsy. I like it. So, looks a bit Burnsy.
What's he on about? What is he chatting on about?
So, there we go. So, I'm just going to, so now I can think about my size because I know how, because different fonts are kind of different sizes, different widths. So, when you change your font, sometimes you'll have to resize. I'm going to center that 2025, just like this. Bring up the line spacing as well because it seems a million miles from Burns Night there. Right, now then, colors. So let's go to fill. And I'm going to go for a nice Scottish deep dark blue. There we go. And then I'm going to drag up my outline. Not that much. And I'm going to pop. Should I try a white outline? Yeah, why not? Try a white outline on there. Just thinking of the colours of the Scottish flag, you know, white and
oh, that is culturally very appropriate.
Well, there we are. That's what I am, you know. So I'm going to duplicate that. 3 dots. Duplicate. There we go. Let's bring down the size. Let's stretch out using the long side handle. Oh, yeah, of course. I use it too.
Well, that's a good learning experience, isn't it? Because it didn't actually let you do that because of that line break. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That might confuse people, mightn't it?
Yeah. So if you use return, it'll always kind of force your text down to another line. Whereas if you use the side handles, it'll do it for you based on the size of your text box. Right. So here I want to put in Saturday, January 25th. There we go. Cool. So I've got the date. Go away, keyboard. Right, let's just bring that down about halfway using the guidelines of glory. Right, and let's add a shape. So I'm going to scroll down. Shape. There we go. And I'm going to bring up the shape size like Dom did.
I must say, I don't mind that yellow, actually.
No, I was going to say, I think I'm going to keep it because I'm pretty sure that the Scottish football team has got some yellow on there.
Yes, it has yellow and red.
I think yellow is a good color to have. So, and I don't think I need to change the color of my font there. I think it works well as it is. So, I'm there.
Yeah.
What's
good
next?
Combination, good combo.
What next, Dominique?
What next? As you can see on the challenge page, we've got haggis, neeps. No, neeps is the turnip, isn't it? And tatties. So let's go and get those from design assets. So if we go to elements on the left-hand side, we go to design assets here, and then we can search for haggis. Ooh, there we go. One result. Well, thank Robert Burns for that.
Looks lovely.
Looks it does look great, doesn't it? I'd love a bit of haggis. I've never ever had it.
I don't think I'd want it.
Oh, I would definitely want it. It sounds absolutely amazing. Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of it? It just looks so nice. It reminds me of black sausage. Amazing. Love that stuff. Right, so there's my haggis. Do you know what? Mr. Jones did a good thing on his Burns Night 2025. He reduce the line spacing. I'm going to do that to give myself a bit more space. There we go. There's no reason for it to be so far down. That gives me more space. And then if you just put neeps in, because that's another word for tides, isn't it?
Isn't it double E? Isn't it
double E?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to put that one in just because it's there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's very Peter Rabbit, isn't it? It is, though, isn't it? That's perfect colours. There we go. And then I'll go.
How did you find it before? Did you turnip in?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, turn up. No, don't want
Turn.
Not a fashion thing. Yeah, I used this one last time.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why there's a person in a mortarboard here, but hey,
that's what Adobe's wrestling for you, teachers.
You bunch of turnips, and then we'll go mash. This looks great. I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
love it. So you got to make a choice here when you're doing this. You got to make a choice as to how you're kind of layering these up, because obviously on the left-hand side, I've got my potato there, I've got my turnips there, and I've got my haggis there. But I'm thinking that probably the potatoes need to be right at the back there, and that looks good to me. Maybe I need to make the haggis a little bit bigger, something like that. That's a lovely little blend there. I like that. Yeah, let's cruise on over to the iPad and see what you've got going on.
Yeah,
there we go.
I just did a photo search for haggis, and
yeah. How good does that look?
No, I tell you, it does not appeal to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Wrong man for this live lesson.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Blimey.
But it doesn't appeal to me. I tried just using a photo in a blend mode there, but I'm going to throw it in the bin. I don't like it. Right, I'm going to go to the elements like Dom did. So Dom went to design assets. Design assets.
I think the only thing that I sort of careful of here is that I wanted to make sure that they were on the left-hand side because Burnsy's eyes are on the right.
Yeah, you don't want to, as important as haggis is, you don't want to obliterate his face with it, you know?
Obliterate is an interesting choice of word.
Obscure, then. Let's go with
obscure,
that.
There you go.
Right, I'm going to do this and overlap my 2025 a little bit, and then just maybe bring the haggis down in my layers stack. I do like a little bit of overlapping. There we go. That's nice. And now I'm going to search for mashed potato.
Yeah, well, do you know what? It doesn't have to be mash. It could just be roasties.
Oh, I love roast potatoes.
Yeah, that's it.
Roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes, yeah. It does just give you a lot of like random potatoes rather than roasties.
Oh, roasties are the best.
They are the best, aren't they?
I'll put these in. I'll put these spuds in. Kind of like those. There we go.
Spuddies.
I made roast potatoes yesterday, Dom.
Oh, I bet you used goose fat, didn't you?
No, I didn't. But do you know what the secret is to the best roasties ever?
No, go on, tell me.
Whatever you do normally, keep doing all of
that.
But when that is a good one. I have done that before. But when you boil them in beef stock.
Ooh, hello.
Makes a huge difference. Drop an oxo cube into other stock is available. Drop a stock cube into the water when you're boiling them.
Nice.
Makes the best roasties. Right. Okay. Anyway, and then I'm looking for neeps. NWP neeps. Neep. There we go. Cool.
There you go. Perfect. Are you going to put it on a jaunt?
Oh, of course.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. Is Robert Burns Scottish? Come on.
When you say jaunts, we mean on an angle. It's just a little joke of ours.
Lovely. I'm done.
Oh, I see what you've done there. We'll talk them through that little layer choice there.
I've got a little cornucopia of things here on the top left-hand side. I put the text in front. So I like the fact that the number 2 in 2025 is just hiding, is overlapping a bit with those images. And then I like the fact that one of my spuds is hanging off the side of the frame as well. I like
that's a choice.
It is.
Don't have to make that choice. That's a choice.
Nice job with
Right.
the yeah.
Right. Let's go back here. What else do we need to do? Well, I mean, we could stay in design assets here, and we could put bagpipes, and then we've got these two cheeky chappies. Not plumbing. I'm not interested in any of the plumbing ones, nor this pirate octopus. What on earth? What the devil? So I'm going to go here, pop that there. Comes in really small, but then I'm going to pop those two cheeky chappies down there. That looks great. And then all we kind of got to do here is start putting in some text for, what's it all about. Just make that a little bit smaller so we don't, we can leave ourselves plenty of room for text. So I'll go to text. I'll go to add your text. Now it has given me the same as Burns Night up here. No, that's fine. I'll see it. I'm not sure I'll use it, but it's already highlighted, and I've got my address here. Meldrum Academy.
Oh, I need
Colby Road. You do need an address. In fact, it's still missing a bit on the end. AB5. Oh no, it's here. Right. So you don't have to put the full address in if you don't want. You can just put Meldrum Academy, Colby Road, Aberdeenshire, and then the postcode there if you'd like. But that's where we went with our friend Julia. So we're gonna put that in there. And then, do I want it to be black italic? I don't think I do actually. I think I want to make it regular. Maybe bold. Yeah, I'll make it bold. Now I've got to. If I bring it up here, you see I've got Colby Road. We did this before where we put our cursor next to a word that we wanted to force onto a new line, and then that makes it a little bit. The box itself makes it a bit slimmer, doesn't it? And then if I zoom out again, I can pop this one down the bottom. There we go. And then you can see it's aligning to the S of Saturday above. I think that's a good thing. I'm going to make it do that. And then I'm going to 3-dot it. I'm going to duplicate it, drag this up here. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Now, let me just zoom in here so I can explain the wonder that is this alignment tool. Look at this. It's saying, well, you're perfectly aligned now on the left-hand side and also between the box which says Saturday, 25th of January, and the bottom Meldrum Academy thing. So that's a great place to be. Now, when I go and change this text, it's going to obliterate all of that good work, but then you can do it again. Celebrating the life and times of Robert Burns. And maybe we can call him... I'm just going to check my National Bard of Scotland. I'll put that there as well. So there we go. National Bard of Scotland. And then full stop. Now I've got a choice to make here because there's not a lot of spacing going on between my boxes here. So and maybe if I stretch this out, that's better. That's better. I just stretched it out a little bit, and that's better.
Yes.
And then I can find my perfect position. There, you see? It's giving me those little lines to say, well done for being so well spaced.
It kind of clicks into place as well, doesn't it? It kind of
it does.
Snaps.
There you go. That's the official term. Nice. And then if I pull out here, yeah, I know. Do you know what? I already know I'm going to get grief from Mr. Jones here for having like lots of empty space up here. I tell you
what people don't know yet, Dom, is what time they should get there.
That's a great shout. Well, do you know what? I'm going to devise a little something for that while you get your text in.
Yeah, I got a lot to do.
You've got loads to do.
I do.
You got bagpipes. Get on with it.
Dear me, I'm way behind. Right. I need to shape it up. Right then. Let's get some bagpipes. So let's see. Are there any bagpipes in photos? Did you try? Let's see.
There are actually not loads of good ones, but enough.
Okay, a lot of pipes. That's strange. Okay. Yes. Oh, this guy looks very cool. All right. There we go. So let's blend mode him, guys. Let's just blend. So we want to keep the darker part, get rid of the lighter parts. So again, that is a multiply. Okay, so it's going to multiply.
Great. Ooh, nice.
Oh, it's left a bit of a border, so
Yeah.
you can always just remove background.
Oh, I like the way you've done that, though. That's great because it looks like it's kind of...
Yeah. Let's get that hill down in the corner. Yeah.
That works well. Oh, great. You've done really well there.
Yeah, when you get that kind of you get that shadow, which you might, you can just about see it, can't you? That it hasn't quite got rid of it. You can actually go into adjustments there, and just if you mess around with your contrast, if you bring the contrast up, it'll usually sort that out for you. There we go, like that.
I wonder if you could remove background on it and it would do it.
Yeah, you could. Let's just do that as well.
But you don't want to get rid of the hill. That's the problem, isn't it?
No. So let's see what it does. No, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll undo that. But you can, if you just use your adjustments, and if you just change things like your highlights, there we go, highlights up, shadows up. There we go. It's pretty much
that's perfect.
Fine. Yeah. Okay, so
that's worked out really well.
Yeah, if blend modes don't quite do exactly what you want right at the beginning, jump into the adjustments and see what I can do. Right. Okay. So I've got that. I might have him actually just pop in onto my text box a bit like that. Right. Now then, next thing is address and come and whatever. So let's do text, text.
Come on, whatever.
Come and whatever poems.
Chili beans.
Have I sold it to you?
No.
Right. So let's get my address in here now. Dom put in pretty much the only school name that I know of in but we did have back in the middle of the month, we had a get together with some teachers in Queen Anne High School. I'm saying I wasn't there, but Emma from our team was there. So, and Queen Anne High School is in Broomhead Parks.
Wow.
Park.
Good knowledge.
Which is in, I know all of this off the top of my head, of course. Dunfermline. So it's Dunfermline. There we go. Cool. Right, so there's the address. Stop it. Let's pop that down there. Now then, do you remember Dom showed us font families? And it just so happens to work, just a bit of luck for me that the Queen Anne High School is long, Broomhead Parks is a bit shorter, and then Dunfermline is much shorter, and that actually matches with the curve of the hill. Now that is just an accident, but it's one that I'm really happy with. You know what I mean, Dom?
Yeah, I do. Happy accidents.
It just follows. And you get a lot of that. You get a lot of that when you're designing stuff. Just things that, look, that just fits. That's cool. Right. So font families. So on the top left here where we've got the name of my font, Sanrito Pro, you see at the moment it's bold display, which is what I've got on my title and my date. But I do have the font family. So we could just go for semi-bold instead, maybe. There we go. Cool. Let's lighten it up a bit. And I think I'm going to keep using this white outline as well. Yeah, that's nice. Right, let's duplicate this. 3 dots, duplicate. Okie dokie. Let's just line it up. And then what are we saying here? Join us for the celebration of Robert Burns, is it?
Yeah, I put in celebrating the life and times of Robert Burns, National Bard of Scotland.
Lovely. Celebrating the life and times of Robert Burns. Now, you notice I'm not using return at all. I'm not hitting the enter key here at all because I want to use the long handles to decide my line breaks. So I'm not forcing it at all. Life times of Robert Burns, the National Bard. That is an exclamation mark, if anything does. There we go. Right, now then, I'm going to use the long handle now, and that's going to sort out my line breaks. Okay, so I'm running out of space. So I have 2 options. I can either make my font smaller, or I can make my line spacing smaller. And line spacing.
I think so, yeah.
The only thing is I'm going to make a note of what this line spacing is because I'm going to try and match it with the address down the bottom. Otherwise, it'd look a bit peculiar to have two different types of line spacing. There we go. So 0.8 there on that line spacing. So I'll come down to my address. Let's do the same. Let's bring that down to 0.8.
There we go. Nice.
You
can type it, can't you? You can type it in if you like.
Yes. Yeah, you can just click in there and put the number you want in. And again, I'm going to do the same as Dom now. I'm going to, there we go. I'm using
that was it.
The guidelines of glory.
Yeah.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Right, let's finish this bad boy off. And in here, all I'm going to do, because Mr. Jones made a very good point, which was, oh, by the way, I put some potatoes in because I was just jealous of the roasties. But I'm going to put a star sticker into design assets. Still in design assets. Oh, they've all come in small. That's great. And then I'm going to pop this one in there. It's going to be in there. And I'll just put a little time in here.
Yes.
So maybe I can pop it behind my bagpipers. You can see what I'm doing with the layer over here. I'm going to pop it behind my bagpipers just in case they get a bit offended that I'm taking their space. And then to change the color. So the problem with this is you can't really change the color unless you use an effect. So effects are on the left-hand side. Going to go here. And you can do custom duotone. If you click on these sliders here, you can see them just here. If you click on the sliders, then it will say, well, what colors would you like? And then I'm going to use my dropper tool to go over here to Burns Night. And I want this yellow from Burns Night. And I want it in both boxes. So at the moment, the shadows box is highlighted. Dropper tool, you probably lost me going across this yellow, but you can see it's changed there. Highlights, same thing. Dropper tool, take it over to Burns. Now that is the same color. Well done, me. And then I can get, well, I could take one of my other pieces of text, go to the three dots, duplicate it, and then copy it all, or just highlight it all, in fact. You can do that with 3 clicks. And then I'll put 2 till 6 p.m. Oh, p.m., something like that. And then I just bring that down, pop it in the box. And then, I mean, it's a bit of a big sticker for just saying 2 till 6 p.m., but I don't know. What does that look like? Yeah, it is massive, isn't it? Maybe I'll just bring this, try and sort of make it a bit more appropriate in terms of size. That'll do. It's not giving me an alignment of the text in the middle of the box itself, which is a shame. Maybe if I use this one, I don't know. I'll click it and use my. Well, I was trying to use my.
I think if you had center alignment on the font, I think you'd be able to align it with the shape.
Right. So I could go over here and then maybe. I don't know. I don't mind. That's fine for me.
It's good.
That's absolutely. And you can still see Burnsy's eyes, so that's good. Do you want to have a little go at that, or shall I share?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I haven't got as much room as Dom, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my my date thing, this, and then I'm just gonna change this text to say 2 to 6 p.m. 2 to 6 p.m. There we go. And then I can just do, and then it keeps doing that. There we go. You got to tap away on the iPad, guys. When you're done. There we go. I think I'll just do something like that. Yeah. There we go. I'm done.
Nice. Right. I will wrestle back control and just show you how to share. I'm sure you all know how to share anyway, but you've got your poster. It's all done. It's looking spiffing. And then what we're going to do is you can download it up here. Let me download it up here. You can see the download button there. If you want to, you can. PNG is fine. Click download. And then let's get back to some normality here. Press share. And you can press view only link or send it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams. But clicking that is going to give you a link which anyone can put into a browser. It's not indexed on Google, so it means that people can't just find it randomly on the internet. You have control and you can share it with whoever you like. Let's not wait around for that to pop out. No. Do you think we should just move on? Do we need to show that again?
No, I think everybody's happy with how to share stuff on Adobe Express.
Yeah. Okay, right then. Back to the challenge page. Don't forget how you get this, bit.ly/express burns. It is gonna make a big difference if you have it for this one. So do try and get it. And then we're gonna go down to challenge 2, Burns Night explainer video. Create and explain a video to tell your audience all about Burns Night. We're gonna use stock videos. We're gonna use text animation. We're gonna use voiceover or animate from audio. We're gonna use transitions, and we're gonna put a soundtrack on there. I wonder what I'm gonna choose. I wonder. Right. Let's go back here instead. Let's go on to the very small, tiny A for Adobe in the top left-hand corner here. Give it a click. And then we're going to go to make a video. Now, you can click this one. I won't make you go anywhere else because they're all the same. So let's give it a click on the orange square there. It does fill your screen with all sorts of stuff. Learn things, how to create and edit videos. No, thanks. And then we'll go over to the templates. No, thanks. But we will rename Burns Video. Come on, you can do it this time. I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Yes.
So nice. So what have we got here? We've got one scene, and that's it. So let's just go back to our challenge page. And you can see here, do you know what I didn't do on here? Is a little Google Doc.
Okay. Dory.
Yeah, I can. Oh, you see, it's doing that thing again. Why are you doing that?
Strange.
No.
Oh, hello.
It is strange. I know. It was doing this before. Crazy times. It's some kind of there seems to be some kind of link which is doing crazy things. But anyway, what is Burns Night? You've got all of this text here. Now I will be able to put a Google Doc in there, so you will see that when you're actually using the page yourselves via a little bit of magic. But essentially, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is good TV, and 5 possible scenes that you can put in your video. Now, you don't have to do them all. I would say that you should definitely do the first 3.
Okay.
Definitely do the first 3. So maybe we'll do 3 on here, and maybe you can go for more if you've got a bit more time. But also look at this wonderful gallery of images which I have created for you here.
Oh,
this is nice. All good educational use photos. Here's people having a Burns Night celebration, probably singing Auld Lang Syne. Here's another one of, look at that. Don't tell me that that's not the best thing that you've seen today.
It needs some gravy, doesn't it? It does need some gravy or something.
Yeah, it might need a bit of gravy. I'm not going to knock that. Yeah. They're having a great time. Wouldn't you like to be there? I'd love to be there.
That is
look at that chap. He's having a great time.
That's a pair of trousers, I tell you.
Yeah, trousers. And then you've got an address to the haggis here. Fantastic. And then you've got another Auld Lang Syne here. Robert Burns, if you need it. Another Robert Burns with
a bird on his head.
Yeah, Burns' bird. That's what they call it.
How disrespectful.
I know. But I thought it was funny. And then you got a flag on there, if that makes any sense as well. But you can use all of those photos to create your video. So first things first, what is Burns Night? So I'm gonna copy all of this. I'm gonna copy it all, and then I'm gonna go over to my Burns video, and then what I'll do is I'll click T for text, add your text, and just paste it all in.
Yeah.
Right. So now you can pop that in there. You don't have to keep it there. But why have I done this? Why have I done this, Mr. Jones? Over to you.
I ask myself many times on a daily basis, why has Dom done this?
Yeah, but he knows why.
I know.
Go on then, tell him.
Are you going to use it as a script?
Yes, exactly that. What is Burns Night? I mean, I could do that straight away if I wanted, but I'm probably going to go over to media and make it look nice first. So you can decide how you want to do this. You can go to photos and search for Burns Night. Do we get much? No, do you know what? I searched this before and it's just a load of bonfires. It doesn't really make loads of sense, you see. Videos, Burns Night, no, load of bonfires again. So that's why I went over and put in loads of things into your gallery here, because what you can do is you can click on a photo like this one. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Right. Now I'm going to right click on this screen. You won't see this.
No.
And it'll, give me the options to save the image, copy the image. I'm actually just going to copy it. So I'm going to copy that. And I know that you can't see that, but you'll have to do right-clicking on your own or with the iPad, press and hold. And that means you can go straight back to your video page, and then you can right-click here, which you will see, and then paste it in. Boom.
Ah, cool.
Nice. Yeah. Now, the easiest thing you can do here is set as page background. Nice.
Shazam.
Exactly. But now you can see your text. You can't see it so well. So you've got a couple of options here. You could, I don't know, you could put a shape on it. And there you go. You can see it now. So I'm going to do one scene, and then I'm going to pass it across, because that scene is going to be the kind of basis of how you do them all. All right. So let's go straight over to audio. Let's show you how you can get there straight away. You can go to M for media. You click that, go to audio, and then here you've got record voiceover. So you can click that, ask you what microphone. Well, I've got a fancy one here, so I'm going to select that one. Start recording. Burns Night is a celebration of the life and poetry of Robert Burns and takes place on his birthday each year, 25th of January. Right. So before I pass it over, a couple of things we need to see here. Down on our timeline, you can see now that my scene was automatically 5 seconds. You can see it just there, just above where, just next to the play button. It says 5 seconds. But my voiceover is 8.8 seconds. So it's put this kind of ghost scene in for me, which is no good. Well, it's fine, but we want to kind of get rid of that now. So I'm going to stretch. I'm going to click and drag on the edge of that scene until it actually goes over the end of that voiceover. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then, so once you've got that, if I go back to the start here and press play, just tell me you can hear it. Burns Night is a celebration of the life and poetry of Robert Burns and takes place on his birthday each year, 25th of January. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Perfect. Right. So now you've done that, you can decide what you want to do with all of this at the top here. And to be honest, I think we only need what is Burns Night. So I'm going to take that off.
Oh.
And then, yeah, look at that. And then what you do with that is up to you. Where you put that is up to you. Maybe I'll put it down there, something like that. And I will adjust text and all that kind of stuff. But I think there's quite a lot going on there. So what I'll do is I'll pass it over to Mr. Jones so he can have a go at doing, getting the text in there. You might actually want to put your photo in there first. I don't know which order you want to do it. You need a photo and some text and a voiceover.
I got you. Okay. Righto. Right, let's give this a whirl then, friends. So here we are. We're on the iPad. This was my this is my poster. So I'm just going to tap on the Express icon. Takes me back to the home page. And we are making a video this time. So we've got that big orange tile on the homepage that says make a video. So I'm just going to tap on that. There we go. And it's going to open up the same all-in-one editor that we used to make the poster. Just we've got a timeline at the bottom. That's all that's different. I don't want a template, so I'm going to click on the X to close this little templates panel down. Right. Now then, my first scene. So I was just thinking there now, actually. So Dom searched for photos or videos of Burns Night, and we didn't really get stuff in the stock there. But I could try just searching for Scotland, couldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's an option. You're not going to get the specific Burns images that Dom's got on the challenge page, but if you don't want to be doing copying and pasting, then it is an option. And things like this. That's a really amazing image of.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
A loch somewhere in Scotland. So that'll do for me. Right. So I've got my image there. Now I'm going to set it as a page background. Now you could have used a video clip there as well, not an image. But that's absolutely fine. It's just as easy to do. It's just that when you bring in a video, your scene is automatically going to be as long as that video clip is, which does add a bit of complexity to things, especially if it isn't quite long enough. So if you're just starting out with making videos, using images, photos is a bit more straightforward. Okay, let's go and grab our text. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to Chrome where I've got the challenge page open. Scroll down to the second challenge. Here we go. And I just want this first paragraph there. This first sentence there. Okay, and then copy. So I drag my finger over and then copy, and now I can jump back over to Express. Here we go. And T for text on the left-hand side. Add your text. Now then, to paste this in, the easiest way to paste, I could hold my finger down, or I could use the 3 dots on that pop-up menu, but actually the easiest way to paste on the iPad is here. You see you've got the scissors and the paper, and next to that, above the number 1 on my keyboard, you can see there's a black clipboard with some white paper. So now I'm going to tap that, and that will just paste it in for you straight away. Okay, that's the easiest way to paste. Right, so
yeah, I mean, you can read that, can't you?
Especially if I bring it up there, then that's
yeah.
Right, so I'm ready to record my voiceover. Now then, something that you can do what Dom did, record it and then extend your scene. But because we watched Dom doing it, I know that my 5 seconds here probably isn't going to be long enough. So if you're going to save yourself a step, then why not extend that now? I'll take it out to about 15 seconds, which is definitely too long. And then I'll be able to just trim it back when I'm done. Right. Okay, let's go. So to record my voiceover, I'm going to go to Media. Up at the top, and scroll over to Audio. And I'm going to record a voiceover. You can see it there, the gray button. So record voiceover. Allow the microphone if it asks you. And then so you can't see it now. My screen is frozen here now for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I can see my voice kind of showing levels on the microphone, and I've got a blue button that says start recording. So I'm going to tap on that. It's going to count me down, and I'm going to read the script off, and then I'm going to press stop recording. Here we go. 3, 2. Burns Night is a celebration of the life and poetry of Robert Burns and takes place on his birthday each year, the 25th of January. There you go. Finish recording. There was a blue button there that said finish recording. Okay. So you see there, my voiceover is that green clip down in the timeline. And now I can just do kind of the opposite of what Dom did, is choose my scene where I've got the photo, and now I can just trim it back to there. It doesn't really matter which way around you do it. Okay, just showed you different ways of doing it. Right. So I just need to change this text now. So let's just get rid of all this stuff. And I'm just going to have, the question was, what is Burns Night? Okay.
Yes.
Or you could just, let me just do this rather than hearing that noise. Or I could just have Burns Night. It's just like that as well. I don't really have to have the what is.
Yeah, so true.
Do something like this. Just a title. And so I'll pass back over to Dom now, because my screen's all going haywire. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm just going to mess around with fonts, and you know how to do all of that. Oh, lovely, Dom. I like that. Great.
Lovely. Right. So I just brought it down to what is Burns Night. And if I click on this, I just put a shape on it. I think I did that before. I can't even remember now. But I changed the font a bit. But I thought that yellow was fine. So I've done my first scene. And you'll remember on mine, I had this ghost scene in here. Well, I can use that now. So that's fine. Click on it. Now, my text is going to be, if I went over to the challenge page, I've copied this piece of text here, and then I can go back to my video, and I can go to T for text, add your text, pop it in there. Right. So this is going to be my script kind of thing. Doesn't matter where I put it now, because I'm going to do different stuff with it in a bit. So I need to get something to make this look more interesting. So again, you can go over to media on the left-hand side. You can go to something like photos. You're probably not going to get any videos of Robert Burns because it was maybe pre-video when he was around. But if I go to Robert Burns, I mean, maybe this is where I'd use the statue, actually. Yeah. That would be a good one. And now you can see that it's covered my text. If I move this around, you can see it's behind it. But as soon as I set as page background, it's going to put that layer to the back. So let's go set as page background. This is nice, actually. Great. Nice. Yeah, this has worked out really nice. So it's given me the same type of font that I used in my first one. Yeah. I'll click it, and then maybe I'll bring the size up, but squash the box. And maybe I'll keep it on the screen this time. Why not? That's nice. And if I put a shape on it, it'll give me that same shape as I had, same color, same shape, just there. That's nice. I really like that. So that to me is like a done scene.
Yeah.
So you see, I've got my playhead here. If I scrub along, that's how you say it, to the start of that. I don't want it right at the start. You can see I've just put it just after the start, so there's a little break. And then I'll go to media, audio, record voiceover, select the right microphone, and then start recording and just read off the screen. Robert Burns, often referred to as the National Bard of Scotland, was a poet and born in 1759. Okay, again, it's done that same thing. You can see with the scene itself, if I go down to the bottom, the scene itself is 3.8 seconds long because my ghost scene was that in the end. And so it's had to add a 4.4 second scene here. But I don't have to live with that. I can change that. So I can click and drag. So this one goes over the end. Nice. So that was super simple. What I might do here, Mr. Jones, is I'm just looking at time. We're doing okay. We've got another 15 minutes. What I might do is I might do a little animate from audio for my next one.
Oh, go on.
Would you like to do another scene? Or would you like me to do that?
Yeah, I'll do one more scene then, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Right, so here we go. Ooh. So to add the scene on the iPad, you see we've got that little plus icon because we didn't get a ghost scene. Maybe you're wondering, how do I get a new scene? So at the bottom here on my timeline, there's a little plus button right at the end. Tap on that. There we go. We've got a blank scene. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go to media. I'm going to go to photos again. And this time I'm just going to search for Robert Burns. There we go. And yeah, the statue is great. I don't know why we got two of each.
No, I'm not sure about that. They're actually slightly different angles, I think.
Oh, are they? Oh, they are then. Yeah, and then we're going to set that as the page background. So just tap that button on the left-hand side. You can see it's nearly at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side. Set as page background. Bam, it's done. Okay. And we haven't got a disrespectful bird on his head either. Right. Now, I did work hard setting up this text box. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to 3 dots copy it. 3 dots copy. Drag my timeline at the bottom here. Drag the timeline back over to Robert Burns. Then hold my finger down. 3 dots. Not 3 dots. Long press on the iPad. Long press. And then paste. And then I've got exactly the same font and background and shape and all of that stuff. Right. Let's go and grab. Oh my goodness. I just swiped a bit too far there. I'm going to grab this next piece of text. There we go. Copy.
I wonder if that's is your internet playing up there, do you think?
I don't know. Was it freezing up a bit there? I'm not sure. I think I'm okay. Maybe it's Dom's internet that's playing up. I think maybe Dom's frozen in time. I think. We'll continue. Yeah, I think my internet is fine. Nothing's telling me that it's not. So I'll carry on, and I think Dom's just frozen it for a minute or two. Right, so there's my text box there. Now, obviously, I want to swap that text out for that new bit that I've just copied, okay? So let's just hold my finger down on this, select it all, and do you remember down here next to Frozen Dom, we've got the... We got the paste icon, we got the scissors, the paper, and then the third one in is there. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's back.
I'm back.
Paste. He's back. There we go. So I've pasted that in. Brilliant. Okay, so there it is. Just pop that over. And I'm ready to record the voiceover for this. Now, again, I'm going to extend my scene out. Okay, so I'm going to come down to my timeline, and I'm going to grab the edge of this scene. Up a days. It's not letting me at the moment. Okay, well, I'll do it the Dom train away then. So let's just record it. So I'm going to go to media and then audio, record voiceover, allow, start recording. Let's go. 3, 2. Robert Burns, often referred to as the National Bard of Scotland, was a poet and was born in 1759. Finish recording. Right. So for whatever reason, I couldn't extend this scene there. And it's still not behaving, so I might have to refresh this project. I think I'm going to have to go out and come back in because I can't grab it.
No problem.
Yeah. Maybe what I would do here is just change my text to say the National Bard of Scotland, maybe. But as Dom said, it is nice to have that whole thing there. Right, I'm going to refresh this. So I'm just going to jump back out, jump back into the project because the timeline wasn't behaving itself there. And remember, everything's saved automatically. I haven't named this project, but everything's going to be saved. I'm not going to lose anything at all. Edit timeline. There we go. And now I can extend my scene. Okay, so if you do get any kind of funny things going on, don't panic. You can just close it, open it back up, and everything will work fine. Right, what's next, Tom? Is he there? He is there. You all right? We can't hear you at the moment, Tom. At all. Okay.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
You're right. Oh yeah, Dom's having internet problems. Right, he's going to pop back now. So I tell you what, I'll carry on. So Dom's going to do an animate character next. Okay, so for an animate character, it's a little bit different on the browser and on the iPad. Okay, so on the browser, if you want to add in an animated character on the browser, as Dom's going to show us, hi Dom, then you'll just on the browser be able to go to media, and then under videos, you'll have a button there that says animate characters. Okay, if you want to do that on the iPad, we actually have to jump back out to the home page and use the animate your voice tile. Right, Dom's back. Here's his screen. Let's go.
Yeah, back in business. It was going crazy there for a minute. Sorry about that. Right, we've got our first two scenes done. We got What is Burns Night? We did a voiceover. We got National Bard of Scotland. We did a voiceover. Now, third scene. I've got a go scene because that's how I do it around here. Share this tab instead, and we're going to talk about Burns Night. This one here. I'm going to do this one. Copy it. Address to the haggis. Burns Night. I just want to talk about Burns Supper because I just think it looks amazing. So share this tab. So what do we want to do here? I want to go to T for text, add your text, paste it in there. So I've got my, well, actually, this isn't, I'm going to do an little animate from audio here. So it's not actually needed here, I think, but I'm going to keep it on anyway. Because what I'm going to do is go to media on the left-hand side. I'm going to go to videos, and you can see animate characters beta, and it's right over there. So I'm going to give it a click, and then let's have it. It says it's doing something, but
it's loading the quicker.
Nothing very much at all. That's a bit of a shame. Mixing art and science. Are you now? But are you giving me what I need? Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. Well,
I think your internet in the office slow down a bit today.
Take it off. Tom. Animate characters is going to come on. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Well, I can do it. I can do it on the iPad.
Maybe you can see this one out, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right. So on the browser, as Dom just showed you, you've got animate character built in there in the all-in-one editor. Under media, you go to videos, animate characters. Okay. But over on the iPad, we don't have that. Okay. So you can see here. So you have to come back out to your home page, like I've just done by tapping on the Express icon. And now we need to use that light blue tile that says animate your voice. You can see it in the center of the screen. So if I just tap on that, it's going to open up the quick action. There we go. This is where it was kind of freezing up for Dom. So it's behaving a bit better for me. So I think if you've got really slow internet, then this obviously takes a bit longer to load. Okay, that's all it is. Right, so you've got characters. So you can go into all here. you know, you could go down to something like animals. And I'm just thinking of that kind of Highland cattle that they've got up in Scotland, you know, so that
That'd be
like that would
perfect.
be good.
Yes,
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
okay. So we got charger, yeah. So if you can decide then if you want to see their feet. I always say keep that quite small when you're recording this, because you can always make it bigger when it's in your scene and kind of crop the feet off or whatever. But if you record it with the feet hidden, you can never get it back. Right. So for the script, I'm actually going to record, jump over to the challenge page, and then come back. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So
yeah,
here it is.
but they could pair up with someone next to them, couldn't they? So someone could record and the other person can see the challenge page.
If you can buddy up, then you can record and look at your partner's device to read the script, and then vice versa. But I'm here on my own. So I'm gonna just jump over. But you could just do this as well. Right, here we go. So I'm ready to go. If you're in a noisy classroom, tick this enhance speech button down here, and it'll get rid of the noise around you. It's amazing. Okay. I'm on my own here, so I'll just switch it off because it does make it take a bit longer to process. Right. I'm going to tap record. That's the blue button. I need to allow my microphone again. Now then, it does here, like when I was doing the voiceover, it's going to freeze my screen a bit. So I'm not sure whether you're going to see me skipping back to Chrome to the challenge page and coming back. We'll see now whether that actually shows on the screen recording. But that's what I'm going to do. Once it's recording, I'm going to jump over to the Chrome app, read the script, come back here and stop recording. Okay? Let's see how much of that you see or don't. Maybe it's just going to freeze for the whole thing.
I'll let you know.
Allow. Right, here we go. It's counting me down. Burns night celebrations typically involve the traditional Burns supper and the address to the haggis, one of Burns' famous poems. There we go. Okay, nice. I think you saw the challenge, but yeah, it's kind of frozen on the challenge page there. I'm back on Express, and I've just hit done to stop recording.
Maybe we'll maybe remove yourself and put yourself back on.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Remove out of stage. No. All right, okay. I don't think the screen record liked me jumping between apps. I think the way that we share our screen doesn't like the fact that I've jumped apps. So I think maybe
I'll try and do one really quickly. See if it's going to work. No, I don't think mine is actually. Well, maybe I'll just do a quick voiceover here so we've got something going on, and then we can show the page.
You can do voiceovers all the way, guys. You know, we don't need to do an anime character at all.
So we can go over to media and audio, and this time record voiceover would be easier. I'm going to choose this one. 3, 2, 1. Burns night celebrations typically involve the traditional Burns supper and the address to the haggis, one of Burns's famous poems. There we go. Again, don't forget that you're going to need to stretch out this scene. Actually, this one can move. The voiceover can even move, so it's right in the center. And then this ghost scene, because this is my last scene I'm doing, I'm going to delete that scene. And then I need something which is going to be nice at the back here. So if I go to videos and search for haggis, I wonder. No, couldn't find anything. That's a shame. Photos and haggis. Yeah, nice. That one's good. Setters page background. And then you can see that it's kind of cut it off at the bottom. So you've got this reframe button here. Click the reframe. Reframe. And then you're going to get it all the way there. And then what I think I'll do is copy all of this. And then I'll just put like involve the traditional Burns supper. I'll just keep it there. You can't see what I'm doing here because I need to censor it. And I'll put a little outline on it, maybe something like this. Yeah, why not? Outline thickness, bring it up. Great. Just let me check that work. Burns night celebrations typically involve the traditional Burns supper and the address to the haggis, one of Burns's famous poems. Right. In the interest of time, I'm going to do a super speedy end. by going to. You can go to the plus in between any of your scenes. Press the plus, add a transition. We'll do a dissolve. Why not? I'll apply it to all scenes. You can see it down there. That's a handy little thing. Apply it to all scenes. And then also you could, this is a trick that Jonesy showed me. Animation, click that on any of your text, animate all. And then it does it to all of the text. That's nice. And then if you want to put some music on, you can go to audio. And then what should I put? Bagpipes, maybe?
Celtic, maybe?
Celtic could be. My whole video is 27 seconds long. You can see that. So I need...
Hang on, we've got to hear these. Bagpipes, bag being punched. I've got to hear that.
That's not the one. That's not the one. Storm drain presence. What?
Ooh, atmospheric.
What about? Well, I did just put bagpipes in there. What's it like? Burns Night is a celebration of the life and poetry of. No, that's not gonna be the one. That's not gonna be the one. So I got rid of it, but I can go back here and go Celtic. Ooh, Irish, Celtic Moon, Highland folk. Oh yes, that's the one. Click it.
Hit the mother on.
Finally, something went right on this accursed live lesson.
That is a stone cold Celtic banger. That's what that is.
And then to make sure that it doesn't drown out your voiceover, I'm going to bring it down to about 18, something like that. Celebration of the life and poetry. Even that's too loud, actually. So I'm going to bring it down to about 10. It takes place on his birthday each year, 25th of January. Nice. I'm happy with that. That looks great. Got all the transitions I need. You can check them by going, hey.
Oh, lovely.
And then if you want to on your music, you can fade it. I'll just fade it out, actually, because it was so delightful that I wanted it to keep it in. Duration fade, maybe a second. Once you've done that, download it. Don't download it if you can get away with it. I don't need you to download it because it takes too much storage from your school. But you can go to share. You can go Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or a view-only link. Give it a click and create that link. Blimey, that was beset with problems at the end there, but never mind.
Well, it's real, isn't it? You know, when you're in school, you're going to have slow internet sometimes. It's good to know that, you know, okay, if the anime characters isn't loading because your internet is really slowing down, then just go and do a voiceover instead. Or, you know, you can always pick it up tonight, tomorrow, you know, because Express is always saving automatically. Ooh, what's that, Dom? Next week?
Ooh, next week we've got on Monday the Holocaust Remembrance Day session. The week after that, we've got children's mental health session. We've got one on Tuesday as well. And also, because in Scotland you're on a lovely holiday when the actual Safer Internet Day is happening, Tuesday the 4th, we're doing a special Northern Ireland and Scotland Safer Internet Day. So get yourselves there, sign up. How can they do that?
Yeah, so some of them, I think some Scottish schools are off that week and some Scottish schools the week after. So we've got Safer Internet Day sessions on the official Safer Internet Day date as well. Okay, guys? So have a look at when you're off because Safer Internet Day is such a big deal in all schools across the UK. We've put an extra session in there just in case it knocks your half term. So to get on any of those sessions, just go to bit.ly/Adobe Leaders, as you did to come along to this one, and get registered, join in the fun, and hopefully Dom's internet will be a little bit more rapid.
See you on the next one. Thank you very much. Take it easy.